Hi, I'm here with Saints baseball coach Mike Davidson and freshman Elijah Bear. You guys are coming off a split against Barton Cougars. They're the league leaders in the Jayhawk, and you guys came away with a split. So, coach, are you happy with it?
Well, yes and no. I mean, we needed to split there, so it gives you a chance to sweep when you come home. But we gave away game two. We had an opportunity to kind of make a statement, go on the road and get two done, and it was in our hands. And we didn't take care of the baseball, didn't do the things that we needed to do. So we'll come home tomorrow and we'll have an opportunity to do it at home, and hopefully we can take care of business.
Yeah, you team. Once again, so it was a one. Both games were one-run games, and
Yeah.
again, you guys have plenty of. You guys played a lot of run games, and sometimes the first one you came ahead, second one you didn't.
Right.
But again, we've talked about this before. You guys seem to really build on those kind of things. That's both a lot of character. Do you agree, Elijah?
I'd say it really does build a lot of character, especially when you see that your team didn't put the best product out there. And like those two games, we could have played a lot better. And it really gets you excited coming home because when you don't play your best and you can still win a ball game, you just know when you put your best product out there, you're going to beat them by a lot.
Now, one of the great things about this team has been sort of red hot in terms of hitting, but in game one, you guys got really good. I mean, you guys got enough runs, but you guys got really good pitching from Brian Luna. So, talk a little about that.
Yeah, Luna was kind of back to his old self. I thought he was just okay against Garden, but like I said, he pitched well enough to win, and the conditions were tough. But he dialed in for us yesterday when we needed him to, and really stepped up. Got a big double play right there at the end of the game to kind of shut everything down. So, he's capable of doing that every night out, and it's hard to do every night out in the game of baseball. So, but he's been able to do it when we really need it for us, and then step up. So, we're glad to have him, and we're sure we'll run him against anybody's number one anytime.
Okay. Now we're talking about the team has been hitting a ton, and this guy right here, he's a big part of it. In fact, actually, he was been named KJCCC Player of the Week and NJCAA Player of the Week. Coach? What was his numbers?
I think he hit like 700 last week, 708 or something like that, and 4 or 5 home runs. And the biggest thing was he drove in like 20 runs. So production on that side of it. And in that 6 games period, I don't know that he had a strikeout. If he did, it was maybe one. Walked a couple times, got hit a couple times, so his on-base percentage was out the roof, 2-something. So those are the days or the weeks that you dream of having in baseball. They don't come along very often. They do happen if you work hard and you keep doing things right. And so, but when you have those opportunities, you ride the ride, and so we're glad to have Elijah, and we're glad that he has had the success that he's had.
Yeah, talk about that this past week. I mean, like you were seeing the ball well. I would say.
Yeah, I was seeing the ball really big, and honestly, you just trust your work. I've just been putting in the work and listening to Coach, because when I don't do what Coach says, I honestly go and get out every time. But he honestly tells me the pitches I'm going to get, and I just got to listen to him and just work on what he tells me to work on, and it just takes care of itself. I just try and provide for the team the best I can, and it's put me on a good platform to just keep being the guy the team can rely on. And it helps when you don't do the job, your team's got your back, no matter what. So it helps to win a lot.
So when you go up to the plate, what kind of approach do you have? You're looking for a particular pitch, or
My approach will always be a fastball. No matter what, like I will always look for a fastball, because if you're throwing fast, you're not going to get a fastball by me no matter what. And if I start to get like 2 strikes or something, I just think fastball, try and be late on it, take it over third. That way if I get a breaker, I can just drop the head and then it'll go.
So now we're going to see if everyone's going to be throwing off-speed pitches now.
Yeah, that's the thing. You just got to keep thinking fastball, and if they break the breaker, just react to it and let it go the other way. You just got to trust your work, and it'll come.
So you talked a little about the hard work. What kind of work have you actually put in? The extra days out over there at the play, Memorial practice. What have you been doing?
I'd say always, I'll go. Me, honestly, I sometimes take machine work, but honestly, it's just about a feel thing for me. So I'll just hit in the cages on the tee for about like 150, 250 balls. And it doesn't even, sometimes you don't even need to see where the ball goes. It's just a feel thing of you staying through it and just keeping the exact same swing. I just watch a lot of pros and just try and mimic the exact same thing.
Okay, so the teams that you sort of, I'm not gonna say that they're bad, but I'm like, they were sort of, they were okay. They were okay, but Barton, basically the top of, leading the Jayhawk. They're top. They've only had, I think, including yesterday, 4 losses. Sort of a good litmus test for you guys. How did you guys think that you sort of fared against them, and were they as good as you expect them to be, or how did you think you guys competed? Elijah's just shaking his head, and so I'm kind of curious what he's thinking.
I think they're a very beatable team. I think, to be completely honest, I think we're the best team that can do it. And I trust everyone on this team. I trust everyone's work. Everyone's got the heart to do it, and I just think we're going to take this thing far.
Coach?
I thought we played tight the first game. I thought we went in and kind of just tried to do a little too much, and had some bad at-bats. We just not getting our pitch to hit offensively. We chased balls out of the zone, and kudos to Barton. Their number one is good. He did a good job. He doesn't back a lot of things up. So, if you're getting you don't get 2 fastballs in a row to hit, things like that. So, he did a good job. We just I thought we had a bad approach, and then but we found a way to get a couple of key hits here, and we stole the bag when we needed to steal the bag, and then they booted a ball and opened the door for us to kind of kick it in and win the game and do that. And then game 2, we just just needed one more inning to play here or there. The story of a game of baseball, right? You need one more out or one more inning, and we had the runner at first and trying to steal the bag, and unfortunately we pop a ball up on a base that we have stolen. If we take that pitch now, but that's baseball, and we've got to do a better job in those situations of understanding how we're going to win and take some pitches and let us get into that position. TJ hasn't pinch run a whole lot for us, but he's kind of that silent weapon that nobody knows we have, but he can really run. His instincts are good, and we used him early on. Yeah, with TJ Newman. We used him early on in the year, and we were able to win a couple games because he was able to go in and steal the bag, and then we would get a base hit. And so it was kind of funny how it was playing out. It was almost like it was supposed to. This guy gets on, and here we go. TJ does this, and then, but unfortunately, we just didn't do what we needed to do, and we needed to take a couple pitches there and give us a chance to steal that bag, and then didn't have a chance. We would have had 2 shots to drive him in, and then Cameron's Cartwright had a good day yesterday, and then he hit a ball the other way that, if the wind's probably not blowing out to the left, he's got a chance. He hit a ball to the track right there at the end, and we all thought, it might have a chance when it came off the bat. He hit it pretty good. And and it just, the wind blowing out to the left cut across and just kind of pushed it down, but he had 2 home runs in the first game and basically kind of won the first game for us. You know what I mean? He came up with 2 big hits for us, and then Tristan Curtis right behind that and still in the bag. It was, but we'll take our chances against anybody. You know what I mean? We don't fear anybody. We're not gonna back down from anybody. We're gonna go play. If it's the number 1 team in the country, then we're gonna go play, and we'll put our best people out there, and I think our kids will compete with anybody. So we like our chances coming at home. We just need to give our pitching needs to give us a chance to get in the game and settle down, and if they do that, then I think we'll be okay.
Right, pitching and not beating yourself. Again, we always talk about that. Is not if you don't make the error, if you don't make the wild pitch. On the flip side, though, the team's been really aggressive. So it seems that you've been a little more aggressive this year with the team running. Obviously, you talk about the winning run in in game 1. You guys are stealing, and then so he throws the ball, and they make the error, and then you guys come home. So you're sort of flipping it on them and trying to make them beat themselves in that case.
Yeah, we're trying to just put pressure on when we can, and there's certain guys that have kind of stepped up. Like I really trust Tristan when it comes to stealing bags and stuff. He's got pretty good instincts. He's not the fastest guy on our team, but his instincts are really well. And gets really good reads, and there's some of those guys. And we have other guys that are really, really fast, and I don't trust them at all. So it's just a kind of give and take, and just having a feel for the game, watching the game, or what are tendencies that come up as you continue, hey, this guy throws a lot of breaking balls, and just like Barton likes to throw a lot of change-ups to the left-handed guy.
Right.
If we could have got a few more guys on base early on, we could have run more and make him throw the fastball more, because every time he throws a change-up, but we just unfortunately got the wrong people on base at that time, or we would have it in a situation where we couldn't do it, So baseball has a timing to it that you really can't explain. It has its own story, and you have to read the book, and you have to live out the story that it provides. And every once in a while you get a chance to interject and change it, and hopefully you can interject and change it for a positive. So that's all we're trying to do as coaches. Other than that, we're trying to stay out of their way and let these guys play and do their thing.
And so the Saints and the Cougars play again on Saturday at 1-3 at Brent Gould Field. Come on out. It's going to be an exciting game. You're going to see the top two teams in the Jayhawk play. Elijah said, no fear whatsoever. They play really well at home again. They feed off the energy of the crowd. Come on out. I think it's going to be a really nice day, maybe a little breezy, but that's Southwest Kansas. So come on out to Brent Gould Field. See the top two teams in the Jayhawk, the Saints and the Barton Cougars, play at Brent Gould Field at 1-3. Guys, good luck tomorrow.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you.